And good afternoon, good evening. We come to you live from J.D. Raines Field on the college campus of Three Rivers and Poplar Bluff. I'm Frankie Castile. Glad to have you alongside. We are live on not only Facebook and YouTube, but we're also doing this championship game on 93.3 FM at 9:30 a.m. KWOC. And, of course, we are on Facebook and on YouTube. We are in for quite the evening of high school softball. It is the OFC Championship game. And, of course, coming up here this evening, it'll feature the number 2 seeded Lady Tigers out of Neelyville. They will take on the number 5 seeded Lady Donettes of Donovan, and should be a really good ball game between both schools coming up here beginning at the top of the hour. We are just now getting started for Championship Friday night, and of course we've had a great afternoon already of high school softball. We wrapped up the third place game earlier today. We were up in Piedmont at Rotary Park in Clearwater, and the Lady Redbirds of East Carter was able to get a big win, 10-0. Game ended in 5 innings, and now we had to hustle down to J.D. Raines Field for the championship game coming up between Neelyville and the Donovan Donettes. So once again, we are streaming on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Make sure and leave us a comment on who you're going for coming up in this softball matchup. Most importantly, where you're tuning in from and what team you want to see take home gold here tonight, as we're going to tune in live here on the radio and on Facebook and YouTube tonight. We're going to have a 3-man umpiring crew. We've got some great officials here lined out for this softball matchup. And, of course, coming up beginning at the top of the hour, maybe before, we're going to be doing our starting lineups. And, of course, we will have the national anthem. And then the first pitch is coming up beginning at the top of the hour. And they have asked me to do the starting lineups. I will have to walk over to the PA system, and I will do the starting lineups here coming up beginning at the top of the hour, and it'll be a lot of fun. Now, once again, if you're watching us on YouTube and on Facebook, you're not going to be able to hear the national anthem, only because if we do that, then we're going to lose our rights and Facebook will shut us down. But on the radio, we're going to try to make it to where you're able to hear the national anthem on the radio coming up beginning right after our starting lineups here coming up in just a few moments. Coach Chilton and Coach Siebert right now meeting with the umpires. 3-man umpiring crew behind the plate, Kenny Hosler, and then, or I should say, it looks like Dave Crockett is going to be behind the plate. Our 2 field umpires are Kenny Hosler and Adam Epps. So it should be a fun night of high school softball coming up. And by the way, congratulations once again to the Lady Redbirds out of East Carter for winning the third place game earlier today. They went on to win 10-0. And we can see, if you're watching us on Facebook, you're seeing Neelyville going crazy. Donovan is about to that point. I'm waiting for the finger pointing from my good friend Jeff Knoll, and once we get ready, I believe he is ready for that now, so we're going to stay here. And if you're listening on the radio, I'm going to go silent, but stay with us. I'm going to walk over, and we're going to do our starting lineups and our national anthem, so stay with us right here for the championship game, Donovan and Neelyville.
Good evening and welcome to J.D. Raines Rains Field on the campus of Three Rivers College for tonight's championship game for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Donovan Donettes and the Neelyville Lady Tigers. Let's meet our starting lineups. First from Donovan. Leading off at center field at number 5, Sydney Speck. Batting second at left field at number 8, McKenna Monahan. Batting third, the catcher, number 20, Micah Burton. Batting cleanup at first base, number 22, Kylie Hawkins. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 21, Kiernan Bond. Batting sixth at second base, number 12, Peyton Lowry. Batting seventh, the DH, number 1, Grayson Kirby. Batting eighth at third base, number 4, Paige Wilson. And batting ninth at right field at number 14, Caden Bond. Not batting but the pitcher, number 2, Emily Davis. The Donettes are being coached by Laura Chilton, assisted by Chelsea Dale. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Neelyville Lady Tigers. Leading off at center field at number 13, Lainey Dobbins. Batting second at left field at number 10, September Presley. Batting third at shortstop, number 35, Reese Dobbins. Batting cleanup, the pitcher, number 9, Dixie Cloud. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 6, Lexus Haygood. Batting sixth at third base, number 20, Leah Million. Batting seventh at first base, number 4, Bridget Million. Batting eighth at second base, number 15, Addison Couch. And batting ninth at right field at number 11, Jade Crosswhite. The Lady Tigers are being coached by Cindy Siebert, assisted by Chris Smith. We ask you to please rise as we honor America for the playing of tonight's national anthem. Tonight's umpires behind the plate, Dave Plunkett in the field, Adam Epps and Kenny Hosler.
All right, so we are back here on the radio and on Facebook and YouTube. It was an honor to be asked to do the starting lineups here tonight. So proud to be able to do that for you. Now we are back on all functions, and that means we are moments away from the opening pitch here tonight. And let's talk about the starting lineups here tonight. First off, for the Donettes out of Donovan, coming in on a steamroll right now. They are 10-1 on the season, and they're showing no signs of slowing up here this evening. Leading things off will be Sydney Speck. She's playing center field, as you heard a moment ago. Also, McKenna Monahan, she is going to bat second. And batting third tonight is Micah Burton. So here we go. Let's get ready for the opening contest here tonight. And Sydney Speck is going to lead us off in just a moment. For Tim Hicks doing a great job on the camera, I'm Frankie Castillo, and it is now time for the opening pitch on a beautiful night here in Poplar Bluff. Game time temperature, 77 degrees. And the winds, Tim, they have died down. It's a beautiful night. So here we go. Big crowd on hand here at Three Rivers College. We're going to get started 5 minutes early tonight, and that's okay. So here we go. You hear the play ball sign. So here we go. First pitch by Dixie Cloud on the way. It is a bunt by Sydney Speck, and here we go. No throw. It is a leadoff base hit for the senior, Sydney Speck. And we're going to see a lot of small ball coming up here tonight. Coach Laura Chilton, also Chelsea Dale at first base for the Donettes. Batting second now, the left fielder, number 8, McKenna Monahan. She is going to start us off here as well. Nobody out, one on here in the top part of inning number 1. And another bunt shown by McKenna Monahan. It's going to go foul, so we'll do it again. No balls and a strike. And it's very obvious what Donovan's going to do in the early going. They're going to play small ball, and that's how they plan on winning this ball game here tonight. And, of course, Brian Monahan is tuning in on Facebook. You betcha, my friend. No problem. Glad to be here. She pulls it back for a ball, one strike, McKenna Monahan. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Crystal Shepard is tuning in. She says, go Donettes. Wyatt Wyman says, go Donettes as well. And then, of course, my good friend Wyatt, or I should say, I've seen a few other comments coming in. There they are. They kind of went away for a moment. Linda Alexander, she is rooting for the Tigers. Big crowd watching us on social media. Make sure and hit that share button for us. There's a swing and a miss, and Sydney Speck takes off. She is safe on second base. Boy, Sydney Speck, she is so hard to throw out. She is a very fast runner. You're not going to throw her out probably 99 out of 100 times. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Danielle Shepard says, go Lexus. She's talking about the Lady Tigers. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's one away. Big crowd here on hand tonight. And you can tell by the reaction, half the fans are excited here at J.D. Raines Field at Three Rivers College. One away here in the top part of inning number 1. That's going to bring up to the plate now Micah Burton. Burton here coming in this season. She is batting a whopping .417 so far on the season. She's got no homers but 12 RBIs and an RBI standing on second base. This one is in there for a ball, a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. On deck is Kylie Hawkins. She is a sophomore, and she'll play first base here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out here in the top part of inning number 1. Here is the 1-0 pitch. In there for a ball 2, a little bit low, 2 balls and no strikes. Tim, I can't get over what kind of crowd we have here tonight at Three Rivers. Impressive. I'm so excited for this crowd. 2 balls and no strikes. Dixie Cloud on the mound, 4-1 on the season, making her 6th start. This one has popped up, and what a great job by the third baseman coming in to make the catch. 2 down here in the inning, and the third baseman, Leah Million, and that one's going to be an F5 in foul territory. 2 down. So Kylie Hawkins coming up now to the plate with 2 away. Let us know how you think about this game. Keep us interacting all night long. We love to hear from you. Ball 1 outside. Kylie Hawkins coming up to the plate now. She's got a runner in scoring position. Kylie Hawkins, so far this season, she is batting a team-high .520 for the season. 3 homers and 12 RBIs. She's got some power. Strike called right down the middle. You know, the important thing is, on a game like tonight, you've got Neelyville, Donovan, 2 class acts all the way, and we don't care who wins. All we want to see is a great ball game. That's all I'm here for. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. What a catch. What a good job by the first baseman. And Bridget Million steps on first for the out. So we go to the bottom half of inning number 1. There is no score as the Neelyville Lady Tigers will come to bat. You're watching and listening to the OFC Softball Tournament on the River Radio Sports Network. So 4 batters come to the plate and a runner stranded on at second base. And let's talk to you about our starting lineup here for the Neelyville Lady Tigers. Leading off is going to be Lainey Dobbins at center field. Batting second is September Pressler, the left fielder. Batting third, Reese Dobbins at shortstop. Batting cleanup, the pitcher, Dixie Cloud. Batting fifth, she is the catcher, is Lexus Haygood. Batting sixth at third base, Leah Million. Batting seventh at first base, it is Bridget Million. Batting eighth at second base is Addison Couch. And batting ninth, it is Jade Crosswhite. She is the right fielder. Now defensively out in left field, McKenna Monahan. Center field for this ball game is Sydney Speck. Over in right field, it will be Caden Bond. In the infield, third base, Paige Wilson. Over at shortstop, it is Kiernan Bond. At second base here is Peyton Lowry. First base, it is Kylie Hawkins, and behind the plate, Micah Burton. On the mound, it is, of course, for the Donettes, it is Emily Davis. There's a strike right down the middle. Emily Davis is 9-1 on the season, making her 12th start. She has pitched 56 and 2/3 innings, giving up 57 hits, 35 runs, 27 errors, or earned runs rather, 13 walks, and 57 strikeouts. Her ERA is 3.980. So a very good earned run average. 1 ball and 1 strike. So leading things off here for the Neelyville Lady Tigers, as a ball 2 taken outside. Lanny Dobbins, the center fielder, is going to be batting first here for the Neelyville Lady Tigers. And Lanny Dobbins here this season batting .355. So far, no homers and 6 RBIs to her name. Here is the 2-1 pitch on the way. This one's a swing and a miss. Count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 now is the count. Donovan, Neelyville. It is the OFC Championship game on the line. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 down here in the inning. If you can't tell by now, this crowd is on fire tonight. 1 down here in the top or bottom part of inning number 1. Donovan is the away team, wearing their black jersey tops, white pants with the gold numbers and trim. Neelyville, the home team, wearing their yellow jerseys with the maroon trim and the maroon numbers. September Pressler now. She bunts at the first, or tries a check swing. It's going to go foul. Batting .333 on the season. She's got 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Our broadcast tonight being brought to you by Day One Chiropractic, also being brought to you by Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, JG Concrete Construction, and JW Walker & Sons Recycling. This one's popped up down the first base line. Will go out of play, so it's no balls and 2 strikes. Got to go back. Make sure and hit that share button for us on Facebook. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit that share button also. Nothing I'd rather do on a Friday night than sit right here at Three Rivers College for this OFC Championship game. Just misses outside for a ball. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reese Dobbins is on deck for the Lady Tigers. Reese Dobbins hit a walk-off 3-run jack on Tuesday to win the game over Clearwater. There's a swing and a miss, 2 down in the inning. Reese Dobbins coming up now to the plate for the Neelyville Lady Tigers. Dobbins here on the season. She has had a really good season thus far for the Lady Tigers. She is batting .444 on the season. She's got 2 home runs, including the home run on Tuesday, and she's got 9 RBIs. A lot of power on the left side. It is 200 out in left and right field. And the other night, she got all of it. This one's popped up. This one over to second base. And Peyton Lowry making the catch. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We're going to go to the top part of inning number 2. It's no score. We are live at J.D. Rainsfield at Three Rivers College. You're watching and listening to live coverage of the OFC Softball Tournament on the River Radio Sports Network. And we are back here live in Poplar Bluff, top of inning number 2. And we are having a great time here at Three Rivers College. It is the OFC Championship game live on Facebook and on YouTube. And there's a strike called right down the middle as Donovan back up to the plate now. Leading things off is Kiernan Bond, the shortstop. She is a freshman. And strike 2 right down the middle. By the way, Dixie Cloud has pitched 32 innings entering the game, giving up 20 hits, 12 runs, 8 earned. She has walked 15, struck out 33. Her ERA is 1.750. Just misses for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I got to tell you how dedicated we are, and we were not going to miss this game. Coming up tomorrow morning at 2:30 in the morning, I've got to get up and I've got to drive to Kansas City, Missouri for a Poplar Bluff baseball doubleheader. Swing and a miss, and 1 down here in the inning. Poplar Bluff plays at 10 o'clock in the morning and then 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Not going to stay the night. Going to get back in the car and drive back home tomorrow night. I was not going to miss this championship game. No way. 2 rival teams, Donovan, Neelyville. They know a lot about each other. There's a pop by this one right at shortstop. And Reese Dobbins. And that's a quick 2 outs here in the inning. It goes at 6-3 on the out. And now Grayson Kirby going to come up to the plate now. Kirby is a junior for this Donovan team. She is batting .333 on the season. No home runs, a couple of RBIs. And a strike called right down the middle to Grayson Kirby. I will, Ron. Glad to see you on. Ron Withrow is like me. He says, go Donettes and go Tigers. He don't care who wins either. You all right, Tim? You look kind of stressed out. Tim is kind of stressed, let me tell you. I got to tell you a little story about Tim. A strike 2 is called. In the first game this afternoon, in the third place game, he had to literally stand up on a platform and get the camera over the fence and he sat there for about 2 hours with his arms over his head. That's dedication. Strike 3, a swing and a miss. 2 more strikeouts here in the inning, and that is 4, or make that 3 in the ball game. 3 up and 3 down. We are going to the bottom half of inning number 2, and right now we've got no score. Coming up, it is the Lady Tigers. You're listening and watching live coverage of the OFC Softball Tournament on the River Radio Sports Network. And we are back here live at J.D. Raines Field. Also, we are live on the radio on 93.3 FM. There's a ground ball to Peyton Lowry. Scoops and throws. 1 pitch and 1 out, much like in the top part of the inning. It's going to go 4-3 on the out and 1 down here in the inning. Lexus Haygood coming up now, batting .320 on the season. No homers, but 4 RBIs. Big at bat coming up for Miss Lexus Haygood here from Neelyville. This one's up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. I got to go back here to, let's see, East Carter won the 3 o'clock game, Ron. They won 10-0 over the Clearwater Lady Tigers. There's a pop fly. This one's going to get to shortstop, and they hesitated, and safe at first base. A little trouble getting it out of the glove. Kiernan Bond could not field it cleanly, and because of that, Haygood is going to reach on an infield base hit. So Haywood is standing on first base. It is the first base runner of the evening for Neelyville. So coming up now, Leah Million to the plate, batting .423. She rips it, and this one is going to get to Lowry. What a play by Lowry. And they're going to say safe, but you got to tip your cap to Peyton Lowry. She kept it in the infield. 2 runners on, nope, 1 out here in the bottom part of inning number 2. And an infield base hit by Leah Million. And now Bridget Million, her sister, is going to come up to the plate. Bridget is a freshman, and she plays first base. What I like about this Neelyville team, very young, very full of athleticism. You look at Donovan, they match intensity. These are 2 of the best teams in this area. Strike is called a little bit low. It caught the knees. No balls and a strike. We are live at J.D. Raines Field. We do owe you a legal ID on the radio. We're going to take it coming up in just a few moments. No balls and a strike. Here is the pitch by Emily Davis. Swing and a miss. Blew it right past her. No balls and 2 strikes. Make sure and hit that share button tonight. We want to have a huge audience to wrap this thing up. It is our final game of the OFC Softball Tournament. Great sponsors all week long because of it. This one is up high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. On deck, it is Addison Couch, another freshman. The last 3 batters in the lineup for Neelyville, all freshmen. Very young team is this Lady Tiger softball team. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, down on strikes. 2 down in the inning. 3rd strikeout of the ball game here for Emily Davis. Davis entering the game at 57 strikeouts. Now she's at 60. What a ball game that we are seeing here tonight.
Hey, Tony, you step on it.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Emily Davis in this inning giving up back-to-back base hits. She has come out lightning now. Cindy Siebert is on first base or I should say third base for Neelyville, the head coach, and Coach Chris Smith over on first base. Both of them do very respectable jobs for this team, or for this softball team. A swing and a miss, and now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Grace Brooks, glad to have you alongside. Let's go, Mo. I'm assuming she's referring to Donovan, I'm assuming. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, Grace. No balls and 2 strikes here as Bridget Million tries to advance the runner, and I believe it got her. It did. It's going to be a hit by pitch, and Coach Chilton, he's going to come out and talk to the home plate umpire. He thought it got her. I thought it may have hit the bat myself, but I'm not the umpire. So Chilton's going to ask for a little bit of an explanation. While we wait, let's remind you our broadcast is presented by J Blue Trucking, also being brought to you by Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Stan Bader Trust, and Smokin' Aces. Thank you, Aaron. Emily Davis is Mo. I didn't know that. I learn something new every day. So yeah, let's go, Mo. What do you say? So a hit by pitch here, a runner, 2 bases are loaded now for the Lady Tigers. And what an opportunity right now for Neelyville as Jade Crosswhite, she slaps it to a shortstop, and what an out as Kiernan Bond is able to fill that one cleanly, and the Lady Tigers leave them loaded. We are going to the top part of inning number 3. What a ball game. You're watching and listening to live coverage of the OFC Softball Tournament on the River Radio Sports Network. And we are back as we get started now for inning number 3, no score, here at Three Rivers College. And what an opportunity that Neelyville had in that last inning. Bases loaded, leaving 3 runners on, and could not advance or run in. In a game like this, you got to have every base runner cross as much as you can, but hats off to Donovan. Man, they did not stumble. They did not miss a beat. So it's going to be 8-9-1 for the Donettes here coming up. We're going to lead things off with Paige Wilson, followed by Caden Bond, and then we are back to the top of the lineup. Nicole Killian says, let's go Donettes, watching from Bob Birdfield Baseball Field. I appreciate that. Glad to have you alongside everybody tuning in here tonight. Make sure and hit that share button for us. We're going to have a huge audience here tonight, no doubt about it. We want a big, big crowd to view this. We want to see that. So now coming to the plate now is Paige Wilson. She will lead things off, adding 357, 10 RBIs on the season. She is the 8th hitter in the lineup. Here's the first pitch by Dixie Cloud. It's in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Neelyville and Donovan meeting for the championship here of the OFC Softball Tournament. These 2 teams at this point of the season have not met. They are scheduled to meet later on this year at Donovan. That's coming up on May the 2nd. So first time these 2 have met all season. And there's a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Dixie Cloud. She blew it right past her. It's 2 balls and a strike. Haley Wood says, let's go Neelyville. Tuning in from Southern Illinois. Glad to have you alongside this evening as well. If you're listening or watching us on Facebook and YouTube, you notice our sponsor cam on the bottom left-hand part of your screen. All of our sponsors that have stepped up in a big way. Without our sponsors, we would not be able to be here this evening. 3 balls and a strike here. This one fouled away. It's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yes, Mr. Withrow. That's Kenny Hosler out there in the field. He is standing on the third base line right now. Adam Epps is over at first base line, and the home plate umpire is Dave Crockett. Some of the best officials in Southeast Missouri right here in Poplar Bluff tonight. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. She is down on strikes. Boy, both pitchers are not willing to give an inch. So 1 down here in the inning. 4th strikeout of the night here by Dixie Cloud. So now coming up to the plate now is Caden Bond. First time at batting here in this ball game. Here's the first pitch. Outside for a ball. Good catch. Good stop by Lexus Haygood. No balls and a strike. We are in the OFC Championship softball game. Here is the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Blew it right past her. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun starting to go down here in Poplar Bluff, and it was a beautiful afternoon all the way around. David Burton says, go Micah Burton and the Donovan girls watching us on YouTube here tonight. It's 2 balls and a strike to Caden Bond. Waiting on deck is Sydney Speck. She's got a base hit to go along with a stolen base as well. Here is the 2-1 pitch on the way. It's in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now. 1 down here in the top part of inning number 3. Man, this game is just flying by. No score. It is 0-0. Neither team able to put a lot of offense on, but Neelyville did have the bases loaded last inning. Just could not advance any runners across. It's a good shot there of the defense by Neelyville. This one's popped up out of play. Going to go into the crowd. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 away here in the top part of inning number 3. Our broadcast presented by Smokin' Aces. The Shooter Shack also being brought to you by the Scott Law Firm, Christian Automotive and Tire, First Choice Insurance, and being brought to you by White Sanders Funeral Home. Here is the payoff pitch by Dixie Cloud as she comes back to the rubber. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. She is down on strikes. 2 down in the inning. Second straight inning where she has gotten back-to-back strikeouts. Five strikeouts here in the ballgame for Dixie Cloud. And now we're back to the top of the lineup with Sydney Speck, a base hit back in the first and a stolen base. This one a little bit outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. McKenna Monahan is standing on deck. She will bat next. Richard Cook says, go September Pressler. Grandpa Rich and Lisa watching from Flora, Illinois. Glad to have you guys alongside. There's a swing and a miss. A little bit early on that swing by Sydney Speck. And the count is even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know Brian Monahan is tuning in, watching us on social media as well. His daughter's right here in front of us. She's on deck. If Sydney Speck can get on, then McKenna Monahan will bat next. Ball 2 up a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike. Crystal Shepard says, go Donettes. Make sure and leave us a comment on our chat here on Facebook and YouTube and let us know who you're rooting for tonight. If you know the players, let us know about it. We'll mention it on the air. Swing and a miss. Count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 count. 2 down here in the inning. Nobody on base. McKenna Monahan awaits to bat next. We are back to the top of the lineup in the bottom part of the inning for the Lady Tigers. If they're able to get out of the inning right here. Here's a 2-2 pitch. This one's popped straight up in the air. It might get out of play. Yes, it will. Believe that is Sergeant Clark Parrott over there at the Highway Patrol. He come out here to watch this exciting matchup. I think it's Clark. It may not be, though. I'm not really sure. I can't really see that far. I think it is. Even Tim's giving me the thumbs up on that. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count is even in this championship OFC ball game here in Poplar Bluff. This one is up high. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sydney Speck trying to reach base for a second time in this ball game. Aaron Abrams says, "Come on, Sid." She is a hard person to get out. 3 balls and 2 strikes. She can beat you in a lot of ways. And strike 3 is called, and the look on Sydney Speck's face, it says it all. She thought it was ball 4, so we are going to the bottom part of inning number 3. We've got no score. We're back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Tigers out of Neelyville. You're watching and listening to live coverage of the OFC Championship game here live on the River Radio Sports Network. And we are back here, our broadcast presented by Cornell Trucking, also being brought to you by Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Simmons Grocery and Hardware, also being brought to you by Roof Raiders and by Liberty. So here we go in the bottom half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss to begin this at bat. And we are back to the top of the lineup. Lainey Dobbins is 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. Well, James, I wasn't sure if that was Clark Parrott. I'm pretty far away. Now that you said that, I get a better look at him. That's not Clark Parrott. He was here the other night, though, on Tuesday. We are down the third base line, so he's pretty far over there away from us. No balls, or 1 ball and 1 strike here. Swing and a miss, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So already 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom half of inning number 3. This game is flying by. Gracie Green says, "Let's go Madison." Lainey Dobbins trying to get on base here, trying to get that leadoff person on. This one is in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paul Loudon says, "Let's go Donettes." Big mix here of fans here on social media. I love to see that. It's not one-sided by a long shot. And ball is called inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Danielle Shepard says, "Go Dobbins sisters." We'll see the Dobbins sisters in this inning. Lainey is leading off, and Reese will bat third. This one's popped straight up, and giving it a run is the catcher, and not going to be able to catch it. Gets out of play. Micah Burton gave it effort. Mackenzie Cordell says, "Let's go Tigers." Love seeing all these "Let's go Tigers" and Donette's comments coming in. Yes, it is. I love these two when they play each other. This one straight up. Burton's going to give it a chase, and Burton makes a great catch. What a catch by Micah Burton. If you're a Donette fan, you got to love that on social media. 1 down here in the inning. It's going to go F2 on the fly out there. 1 down in the inning. September Pressler now coming up, wearing number 10 tonight. She is batting .333 on the season. She's got some power as well. This one is popped straight up. Burton yet again throwing that catcher's helmet off and gives chase to it, but it gets out of play. September Pressler is batting .333, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Big crowd. You can see that crowd right now on Facebook. I mean, these bleachers are completely packed. There's a lot of fans behind us in both directions. This one up high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Joanna Wilson says, go Donettes. I feel like as many games as Tim and I have done for both Neelyville and Donette, we are honorary Donettes and Lady Tigers right now. This one up the middle. Lowry tries to make a play on it and not going to be in time as Pressler is able to beat it out. Good hustle by Pressler down the line. A good effort by Peyton Lowry at second base. Unable to get the out though. One down in the inning. Reese Dobbins coming up. Dobbins had a big home run this past Tuesday. A lot of power on the right side. The outfield backing up a little bit. The right fielder, Caden Bond, she knows the power. She has shifted farther over towards center field, though. So now Emily Davis comes set. Here's the first pitch. This one up high for a ball. Good job by Micah Burton. Running down as September Pressler, not letting her get to second base. You can hear that Neelyville bench right now, in the dugout rather. I'll have Tim zoom in on that coming up following this pitch. The dugout, everybody is cheering and chanting and the whole 9 yards. There's ball two. Throw back down to first base is not in time. Pressler's head first slide. Tim, if you can, I was going to have you, if you can, if it's possible anyway, get a zoom in on that. There you go, that dugout there by Neelyville. And the fans out there right by them. Just a great crowd here tonight in Poplar Bluff. 2 balls and no strikes. A runner on first base. You would think this is a district championship game the way these two are battling it out here tonight. This one hits. Restop or make that. Yep. So Dixie Cloud now as Reese Dobbins gets hit in the back. And now Dixie Cloud is going to come up with 2 runners on. So Reese Dobbins wearing number 32 tonight, not number 35. Kind of threw me off for 1 sec. Dixie Cloud able to hold off on the swing and takes the ball up high. Melissa Sullivan from Ripley County Ambulance Crew says, let's go Donettes. We appreciate our first responders in Donovan. Thank you so much for all you do. There's a swing and a foul ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Also, Melissa Connor says, go Reese. She is standing on first base now after being hit by a pitch. Second hit by pitch here at the ball game for the Neelyville Lady Tigers. Sarah Chilton Asher says, let's go Coach Chilton and the Donettes. Well, I got to give a big shout out to both coaches, also Coach Siebert and Coach Chilton. Both of them, they knew our situation. We went up to Piedmont earlier today for the 3rd place game, and I got a hold of them both this morning and said, hey, listen, can we get a copy of your lineup just because I want to be able to get things typed out, because by the time we get back to Three Rivers, it's going to be pretty close to game time. Both of them were so wonderful to work with and got me what I needed. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 down here in the inning. Ball 3 up a little bit high. CJ is joining us, says, let's go Lady Tigers. Glad to have you alongside, Miss CJ. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Dixie Cloud is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out last time. Swing and a miss. 2 down in the inning. So 2 down here in the bottom half of inning number 3. And now it's up to Lexus Haygood. A hard ground ball last time to shortstop, and she was able to beat the throw. She is standing in there 1 for 1 with an infield base hit. Thank you, Dakota. I appreciate that a lot. This one pops straight up in the air, and it's going to, looks like, get out of play. Yes, it is. You can hear Kenny Hosler and Dave Crockett both yelling out foul ball together. No balls and a strike. So September Pressler standing on second base. Reese Dobbins on first base. Coming up in the top part of inning number 4, it is McKenna Monahan, Micah Burton, and then Kylie Hawkins. Batters 2, 3, and 4. Lisa Winder says, let's go Lex. No balls and a strike for Lexus Haygood, who is 1 for 1 here in the ball game. There's a high ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now. 2 down in the inning, no score. Stacy Taylor says, love our Donovan Donettes. I know listening back on the radio with Grandma Jackie, she won't miss a broadcast. I'm not sure who she's going for. I thought she told me before we went on the air. There's a fly ball. Lexus Haygood gets underneath it, and Sydney Speck comes in and makes an amazing catch out in the outfield. It is hard to get one past her. So the Donettes, or I should say the Lady Tigers, strand 2 more runners. Coming up, we're going to go to the top half of inning number 4. You're listening and watching live coverage of the OFC Softball Tournament on the River Radio Sports Network. And we are back. Our broadcast is presented by Roof Raiders. It has been voted #1 roofer in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's expanding to Southeast Missouri. Roof Raiders have worked fast, and they go the extra step to make sure every detail is done right the first time. They even work with your insurance adjuster on your behalf. Your best choice and #1 rated roofer, it is Roof Raiders. Call Joe Martin by calling 300-3221. That is 573-300-3221. The #1 rated roofer is expanding to Southeast Missouri. Call Joe Martin at 300-3221. All right, new pitcher on the mound here for the Neelyville Lady Tigers. And they're going to go this time around. They are going to go with September Pressler is going to get the nod here, and she is 3-1 on the season. She has pitched 22 1/3 innings so far this year. She has given up 29 hits, 16 runs, 14 have been earned. She has walked 4 batters and struck out 19. So there is the new pitcher of the ballgame here for the Lady Tigers out of Neelyville. But what a hats off to Dixie Cloud, who pitched 3 strong innings here in the ballgame, giving up no runs, 1 hit, and she has struck out 6 batters, and the big number is she walked 0. So show some love on Facebook for Dixie Cloud if you're a Lady Tiger fan, as she pitched out of her mind here in this ballgame through 3 innings. So McKenna Monahan stepping up 0 for 1 here in the ballgame, struck out back in the first inning. And we'll see what Pressler can do. Ball 1 a little bit outside. So Dixie Cloud is now she's not on the mound here in this ball game at the moment. So now we'll see Pressler takes ball, or I should say throws ball 2 a little bit high. And now Lexus Haygood is going to walk out and talk to the pitcher. Reese Dobbins is standing on shortstop right now once again. So no score here in Poplar Bluff, top half of inning number 4. Brian, I did, my friend, a moment ago. She knows you're watching, I promise you. Grace Brooks says, get some runs. Diane Whitaker says, go Tigers, number 14. Paul Loudon, let's go McKenna, get it going for us. 3 balls and no strikes here to McKenna Monahan. Micah Burton awaiting on deck here in the top part of inning number 4. Here is the pitch, and walked her on 4 straight. So McKenna Monahan is going to walk over to first base here on a leadoff walk. First walk of the game issued by Neelyville. So coming up to the plate now, Micah Burton, only a sophomore. On deck is Kylie Hawkins. So Burton coming in, batting .417 on the season. A leadoff walk, and McKenna's gone. She takes off to second base, and she is in there. McKenna Monahan thought about going to third base. The ball gets out in the outfield. She'll get the stolen base. And now Donovan's got something going with a runner on second base and nobody out. You can hear Coach Chilton telling her player, look at her. She wants her to do something special, she said. I like it. When you can hear the coaches in the crowd, Mike, you know you're doing something right. Runner on second base, McKenna Monahan with a stolen base on second now with nobody out here in the inning. Pressler now trying to work out of a jam. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In there for a call to strike two. That one looked really good right down the middle. So a stolen base by McKenna Monahan, Brian. You'll be proud of her. Took off on the first pitch. She's going to be aggressive on the base pads here. Here's the 0-2 pitch by Pressler. Change up, it's ball in the dirt. Throw to third base and got her at third base. What a throw by Lexus Haygood. Great job at third base, and there's one away in the inning. Great job by Reese Dobbins to run over there. And there's one down in the inning. It goes at 2-6 on the out. So caught stealing that time. This one hits the plate. It's 1 ball and, or make that 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So 1 down here in the inning, and Micah Burton now is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and retired on strikes. 2 down in the inning. I was going to say, Grandma Jackie is tuning in. She listens to all the broadcasts. Big sports fan. She told me before we got started, to her, she's a big Donovan fan, a Neelyville fan. She's having a hard time rooting for anybody. She did say she hopes the game maybe goes to 8 or 9 innings, Tim. Strike 1 call to right down the middle to Kylie Hawkins. I'm sure the fans watching on YouTube and social media, Facebook, and here in attendance, they don't want to see that. They want to see it end in 7. A lot of high drama here. This one's foul to the screen. It's no balls and 2 strikes now. So here in this at bat here, Pressler way ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. Grace says, get a homer, Kylie. She is down at 2 strikes here at this at bat. Pressler comes set at the belt. Gets the sign she wants. Here's the 0-2. This one popped up again down the first base line to the net. Coming up in the bottom part of the inning, it'll be Leah Million, Bridget Million, then Addison Couch. If anybody gets on, Jade Crosswhite. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lady Tigers. Boy, look at that camera view. Tim, you've outdone yourself again. This one outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We are in the top part of inning number 4. No score here live in Poplar Bluff. Pressler now wheels and deals, and this one is fouled away to the screen. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 4th inning, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Pressler has really calmed down since giving up the leadoff walk to McKenna Monahan. This one's in the dirt, though. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Neelyville, this is their 1-2 combo between Dixie Cloud and September. Pressler on the mound. Donovan has kind of the same scenario. Emily Davis and then Kylie Hawkins. Which team is going to fold first? Swing and a miss, and the inning comes to an end. Back-to-back strikeouts, and we are going to the bottom part of inning number 4. Still no score as the Lady Tigers come to bat. You're watching and listening to live coverage of the OFC Championship game right here live on the River Radio Sports Network. Our broadcast here tonight being brought to you by Day One Chiropractic, also being brought to you by Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, JG Concrete Construction, and being brought to you by J.W. Walker and Sons Recycling, J. Blue Trucking, Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Stan Bader Trust, and being brought to you by Smokin' Aces, The Shooter Shack, Scott Law Firm, and Christian Automotive and Tire. All proud supporters of the OFC Softball Tournament. And there's a rip, and this one's going to go foul for the Neelyville Lady Tigers. 2 strikeouts last inning for September. Pressler gave up a walk, and now Leah Million stepping in, and she'll take the first one down the first base line. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. This one hit sharply. Good job by the third base, and not going to have a play on it. Good job keeping it inside the infield, though. Paige Wilson diving, great stop. Just could not get the momentum to throw her out. So Neelyville now has their leadoff runner aboard with nobody out, and now Bridget Million comes up to the plate. So here we go, there's a strike called, and right down the first base. Good job by Micah Burton. A little bit off target there, but nevertheless, you got to really watch Micah Burton if you're Neelyville. She's got a cannon, no doubt about it. As Leah Million now leads away from first base. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one popped up, and good job by Micah Burton trying to make a play on it. Just a little bit out of her reach. No balls and a strike. Or make that no balls and 2 strikes, rather. Big game here tonight at Three Rivers College. OFC Championship game, final game of the tournament. 2 best teams still standing. Just misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Siebert talking to Bridget Million and trying to get something special out of her here at this at-bat. Leadoff runner aboard. Here is the 1-2 pitch. This one ripped down the line. It's a fair ball. And they're going to hold him up at second base. Man, great job in the outfield by the left fielder, McKenna Monahan. She was not fooled by the ball, and she got it in really quick. So back-to-back hits here. This one is a rocket shot down the third base line. So now, once again, Neelyville, they've got 2 runners on and nobody out here in the inning. I'm going to switch back and forth. Strike called on the inside part of the plate here. Looks like we've got a pinch hitter coming in as well. And nope, I'm sorry, Addison Couch is wearing number 14 in this ball game. This one has popped up, and it's going to go foul. So it's going to be no balls and a strike. So Addison Couch is 0 for 1. She was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. And Ron Chapman says, let's go Addison. Noah Burton talking about Micah keeping that bat hot. A lot of folks watching us right now on YouTube. A big crowd on YouTube. We appreciate that as well. Hope you're enjoying the video here tonight. Good job by Addison Couch. She tried to slap it down the line. It does go foul, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. 2 runners on here in the bottom part of inning number 4. There is... Well, they've got 1 out on the scoreboard. There's no outs here in the inning. Oh, yeah, she struck out. My apologies. Jade Crosswhite is now coming up to the plate. I got so invested in the last at-bat. So 1 down here in the inning. Crosswhite now the 9-hitter. She is a freshman, batting left-handed. And runners on first and second base. Leah Million on second. Bridget on first. Another bunt. Crosswhite is quick. And they're not going to get it. An overthrow by the pitcher, Emily Davis. And runners on second and third base. It is now 1-0 Neelyville. So we'll see how they score that, as Laura Chilton now is going to come out and talk to the infield a little bit and kind of settle down Emily Davis. They're going to score that one in E1 as Emily Davis overthrows first base. And it was going to be hard to get cross wide anyway, but the overthrow did allow the run to come in and score. So it's 1-0 now. Neelyville is able to take the late lead in the ball game. We're in the bottom part of inning number 4. It is 1-0. Coming up to the plate now, we are back to the top of the lineup. And it is Lainey Dobbins now who is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Linda Alexander says, good bunt, Tigers. Strike right down the middle as Davis back on her A game now. Just had to be calmed down a little bit. 1-0. Still a lot of ball game left to go. Neelyville leads by a run. Just outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike now. 7:50 here this evening on a beautiful Friday night. Boy, on Tuesday we had to have jackets. It was that cold. It kind of rained on us a little bit. Not today. Great day for high school baseball or softball. This one's popped straight up. Micah Burton. Oh my goodness. What a catch. What a catch. Oh my goodness. She put her entire body on the line for that one. That is 2 outs, and that, I hope you're able to, yes you did, as you can see her sliding in to the net. 2 down here in the inning. What a catch by Micah Burton. And she's going to walk out and talk to Emily Davis now. 2 down here in the inning. And that's going to bring up September Pressler. She is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Pressler struck out and singled back in the 3rd. 2 runners on at 2nd and 3rd base. And we'll see. We will see now what the Lady Tigers can do as September Pressler now coming up. Nope. Or I should say 2 down here in the inning. This one's popped straight up. It's going to go out of play. Deborah Richardson watching all the way from Batesville, Arkansas. Cheering on my niece's team. Go Donovan. Glad you're tuning in, Miss Deborah. You're watching a dandy right now. Outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up in the top part of inning number 5 for Donovan, 5, 6, and 7, Kiernan Bond, Peyton Lowry, and Grayson Kirby all due up. This one up high for a ball. It's 2 balls, then a strike now. So Emily Davis is 1 out away from getting out of the inning. Runners on 2nd and 3rd base with 2 down. Neelyville able to score on the overthrow by Emily Davis on Jade Crosswhite's bunt. You can hear that Neelyville Tiger bench right now, or the dugout. They are definitely up and roaring right now. But make no mistake about it, when Donovan comes up to bat coming up, Donovan's going to be just as in tune as well. Crowd is into it. Players are into it. The umpires are definitely into it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one popped up again. Burton just hops up. It's going to hit the fence or the netting, so we'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our sponsors also including here tonight: Cornell Trucking, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Simmons Grocery and Hardware. Also being brought to you by Roof Raiders and Liberty. Just outside for a ball. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So waiting on deck is Reese Dobbins. She is 0 for 1 in the ball game. She popped out to 2nd base and hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Here is the payoff pitch on the way by Emily Davis. And we'll have another batter. Bases are loaded. A 2-out walk. So Reese Dobbins is going to come up to the plate now. Dobbins here in this season with runners in scoring position. She is batting an impressive .545 on the season. Mandy Brown is tuning in from Liberty, Kentucky. She says, let's go Tigers. This one's popped straight up in the air, and making a play on it over at first base is not going to go. It's going to go out of play. Good job by Kylie Hawkins to chase it down. So help me out, Mandy. Where is Liberty, Kentucky at? Not familiar with where that's at. Liberty, Kentucky. No balls and a strike. 2 down in the inning. Bases are loaded. So far, the Tigers have left 5 on base in the ballgame. They have bases loaded back in the second inning. And now once again here in the fourth, it's only 1-0. This one fouled away to the screen, and now she's way ahead in the count. Emily Davis is. No balls and 2 strikes. Just a great number tonight watching us on social media. Do us a favor and hit that share button for us. We'd appreciate it very, very much. We want to reach as many people as possible. No balls and 2 strikes. Emily Davis 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. This one, good block by Micah Burton. It goes in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ah, there's Kim Dollins. I was wondering where she was. She's hanging out with the Neelyville bench. Or inside the dugout, rather. Does a great job taking photos of all these great kids. Just misses, and you can hear the crowd. I don't got to say anything. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's an hour south of Lexington. Gotcha. And you're from Neelyville originally. Well, thank you so much for clarifying that, Miss Mandy. Glad you're tuning in, having a great night in Liberty, Kentucky. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Just outside again. The count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's nowhere to put her. Reese Dobbins making Emily Davis work for this one. Bases are loaded. 1 run's already in. Here is a 3-2 pitch on the way by Emily Davis. This one's popped straight up. Micah Burton's going to try to make a play on it, but it's going to go out of play. Just reaches out of play. So we'll do it again. Standing on third base is Bridget Million. Standing on third base, Jade Crosswhite on second, and September Pressler on first. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here is the payoff pitch. Oh, it hit her in the elbow, and a run is going to come in. It is now 2-0 in Neelyville as Bridget Million walks across the plate. And Neelyville, they have struck first. They lead 2-0. So now coming up to the plate now is going to be Reese, or make that. They're going to have a pinch hitter, it looks like, coming in now. So the pinch hitter is Madison Parrish. She is number 33. She's going to come in place of Dixie Cloud. And strike called, the running bunt there by Dixie, or I should say by Madison Parrish, rather, batting .250 on the season. She's got 2 RBIs here this season. Bases are loaded. It is now 2-0 Neelyville. They are the number 2 seed in this tournament. And the running bunt again, but this time it was low and outside. Good evening, Miss Miller. Glad to have you alongside. Hope you're having a great night in. And right now, the Lady Tigers, they lead 2-0 here in the top, or make that bottom part of inning number 4. So Parrish now, 2 balls and no strikes, and misses again. 3 balls and no strikes now as Madison Parrish is trying to get on board. Lexus Haygood waiting on deck. Gracie Green says, let's go Madison. 3 balls and no strikes now. Here is a 3-0 pitch. This one running bunt. It's fouled away to the screen at 3 balls and a strike. Our broadcast is presented by Day One Chiropractic, Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, JG Concrete Construction, JW Walker & Sons Recycling, and being brought to you by J Blue Trucking. Proud supporters of the OFC tournament. This one ripped away, fouled right in front of us. You got to catch that, Tim. You got to protect me. 3 balls and 2, or make that 2 balls, and it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Madison Parrish now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one, Ritz again, trying to get that slap bunt down the line. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Neelyville leading it 2-0. Bases are juiced. And Lexus Haygood awaits on deck. It's a great night of high school softball. Still a lot of game left to play. 3 innings after this. Fouled it off again. Parrish, she is determined to get that ball down the line one way or the other. Emily Davis, long inning for her. Still 2-0. So Donovan very much alive in this ball game. Still a lot can happen, up by 2 runs. This one again, put that bat out and just got a piece of it. And it went right to the fence. Good battle here between Parrish and Davis. Davis so far in the ball game has worked 3 2/3 innings. She has given up 2 runs on a couple of hits. And just misses outside, and that's a ball. That's ball. Is that ball? Oh, got her! Oh my goodness, got her! As Jade Crosswhite was off the bag, they thought it was ball 4. I thought it was ball 4 there for a moment, but now the umpires are going to get together, and we'll see what the call was. Is it ball 4? The scoreboard said ball 3, so I'm kind of confused myself. So now the umpires are going to get together, so we'll see what they come up with. The home plate umpire is right in front of us. I can't hear what he's saying, but it looks like they're going to award the ball 4. Scoreboard said ball 3, so that's where the confusions come in a little bit. So we'll see. I believe it's going to be ball 4, and a run's going to come across and score. Well, I'm not sure what the issue. I'm not sure what the what just happened there, to be honest with you.
Hey, do you want to go or do you want to watch? And you know what? I make a mistake. I'm human, and I fixed it. But I'm not going to listen to you.
Okay, so there you go. You got a little bit of explanation there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count is full. Woo! I tell you, it's heated here tonight. Here's a payoff pitch. Foul ball, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Eric Wallace, glad you're tuning in, my friend. You're watching a dandy in Kenmore, Washington. I still don't know what just happened on that last play. I tried to get an explanation, but I heard a little bit of the umpire, but I couldn't hear all of it. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 down. This one a slap bunt. It is going to first base, not in time. 2 runs are going to score. And safe at third base. Oh my goodness, 2 runs come across. And now it is 4-0, and you can just see it on the Donovan players. Wow, what a turn of events here on the base hit by Madison Parrish. So Neelyville winds up and scores 2 runs on the slant bunt. And Lexus Haygood now is going to come up to the plate. It is 3 to make that 4-0 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Strike is called, and Madison Parrish takes off, and she'll steal the base. She is on second. I'm trying to go back to the comments. A lot of them coming in here. They're coming in so fast. Be patient with me. I'll get to them. This one popped up by Haygood. Micah Burton doing a great job trying to extend the body to make the catch. Bruce Banks is tuning in, and glad to have him, our office manager, and Cave Gerardo tuning in. I'm not sure what happened. If you're referring to the last call, I really don't know, Bruce. I tried to listen in to get an explanation there, but I didn't hear a whole lot other than a fan and the umpire getting into it. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Lexus Haygood, 4-0. The Lady Tigers leading it now. Irene Jackson says, let's go Lady Tigers. There's a rip down the third base line. It's going to go foul. Woo! Haygood took that one for a ride. Oh, make sure and hit this share button for us. Great game so far. Donovan, they've got a long way to go, though. A lot can happen, only down by 4 runs. Aaron Abrams says, let's go Donettes. You can still get this. I agree. This game is far from over. 4 runs may not win it. Here is the 1-2 pitch on the way. Changeup gets away from the catcher. Micah Burton throws it to Holmes. Oh, the gutter! Oh, my goodness. And that's going to bring Coach Siebert in. So Reese Dobbins is going to be picked off there, thrown out at home base. So we are going to end the inning on that, and we will come back. 4 runs come across. Don't go anywhere. It is 4-0. Donovan coming to the plate in the top part of inning number 5. You're listening and watching live coverage of the OFC Softball Tournament on the River Radio Sports Network. And we are back here live as we continue with our ball game here tonight. And no, that was not Clark Parrott that was here. So I'm getting a good look at him now. That was not Sergeant Clark Parrott. 4 runs come across here for the the Lady Tigers on 3 hits. They strand a couple of runners. We're going to go in to the bottom part or top of the 5th with the Donettes. 4 runs come across here for the Lady Tigers. And now it is 4-0. As we'll see what Donovan here can do in the top part of inning number 5. It'll be Kieran Bond, Peyton Lowry, and Grayson Kirby all due up here in the top part of inning number 5. Neelyville now leads it 4-0. Have to go back to the comments here coming in. A lot of folks standing behind Neelyville right now. We'll see. A lot of ball games still left to be played. So Kieran Bond coming in now. She's 0 for 1, struck out back in the 2nd inning. Donovan 10-1 this season. Pressler called a strike right in the inside part. You can see the look on Bond's face. Not happy with that call. So Kieran Bond, Peyton Lowry, Grayson Kirby all due up this inning. This one is inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. If anybody gets on base, Paige Wilson will bat 4th in the inning. One ball and 1 strike. Inside, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Boy, you can hear the ball hitting the mitt. She's rocking it in there. September Pressler, her 2nd inning on the mound. Grace Brooks is chiming in. here this evening. Glad to see still have her online with us. There's a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count is even now. On a Friday night, it's 4-0 Neelyville, putting up 4 runs in that 4th inning. A lot of controversy in that inning, too, on a couple of big calls. One call may have cost 2 runs. But, you know, you go back to that play, at least the umpires got together and they feel like they made the right call, and that's all that matters. 4-0, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Donovan trying to get their lead off on base. Here's the payoff. Ground ball, this one taken sharply over to second base and out by a step at first. Bridget Million came off the bag for just a moment, but she was able to step back on it. Addison Couch doing a great job at making that catch, or making that grab there, and able to throw to first base. It goes 4-3 on the out. 1 away here in the top part of inning number 5. Make sure and share this video feed for us on YouTube and on Facebook. Swing and a miss by Peyton Lowry. She's down a strike. And Grace, we appreciate it. We wouldn't have missed this game for anything in the world. Strike 2 called, no balls and 2 strikes. It's been a great afternoon. We were up in Clearwater earlier today for the 3rd place game. East Carter won 10-0. We flew back down here on 67 to bring you the championship game. Ball 1 inside. Grayson Kirby is on deck. So Peyton Lowry grounded out the shortstop back in the 2nd inning. 1 down here in the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Peyton Lowry tries to get something going here for the Donettes. This one fouled away to the screen. What a rip that one was. She's trying to go in the outfield with that one. Donovan down by 4 runs. They still have a lot still going on. They've got to go through the heart of the lineup one more time in this game. Here is the 1-2 pitch. This one pops straight up. It's going to go out of play down the first base line. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Our broadcast presented by Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Stan Bader Trust, Smokin' Aces, and the Shooter Shack in Poplar Bluff. 4-0 is the score. Time is called by the home plate umpire. Hard to believe that our spring sports are starting to kind of come to an end already. It's getting close. This one is in for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I know graduation season is about to start off. Twin Rivers, where my daughter attends, will graduate May the 1st. It's getting close. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one up high for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Important pitch coming up here from September Pressler to the batter, Peyton Lowry. Nobody on, 1 down at top of the 5th inning. It is a 4-0 score by Neelyville. Here is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, down on strikes, 2 away. 3rd strikeout of the game by September Pressler. And Grayson Kirby now comes up to the plate with Paige Wilson on deck. So Kirby now coming in. She is 0 for 1, struck out back in the 2nd. This one up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Grayson Kirby, she's got a lot of power. Batting .333 on the season. Couple of RBIs so far this year. Trying to get a 2-out rally going for the Donettes. This one foul tipped it. Strike 2, or make that 1 ball, 1 strike. So Kirby now trying to get something going with 2 outs for the Donettes. Here is the 1-1 pitch. This one's popped straight up in the air. Going out toward shortstop and making the catch is Reese Dobbins. That one could have went bad, but Reese Dobbins making a great catch there at shortstop. She had to go a long way for that one. 1, 2, 3 they go in the 5th inning. Coming up in the home side, it'll be Haygood. Million Sisters are coming up 5, 6, and 7 with the Tigers leading 4-0. You're watching and listening to exclusive coverage of the OFC Softball Tournament. We are on the River Radio Sports Network. All right, so here we go in the bottom half of inning number 5. And right now the Lady Tigers, they lead at 4-0 here at J.D. Raines Field at Three Rivers College. So Alexis Haygood now will come back up with nobody on base. And there was a runner thrown out in the last inning, which lets her come back. Casey Rose is tuning in tonight. Appreciate you, Miss Casey. She's the only one I let call Francis. She's the only one. This one down low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Casey, how did Twin Rivers do today in their softball game? Did they get a win? I haven't heard yet. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom part of inning number 5. Haygood takes this one behind us for a ride. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big audience here tonight on YouTube and on Facebook. Glad to have everybody alongside here tonight. Make sure and share this video for us. Lots to go back and watch for sure tonight. This one a ground ball. Good job by Haygood. Good job by Lowry at second base. It goes 4-3 on the out. Good job, Casey. Got the win at 16-1. Last out goes 4-3 for Alexis Haygood. 1 down in the inning. Leah Million coming up. 2 for 2 on the night with a run scored back in the 4th. Susan says, let's go Tigers. Strike called on the inside part of the plate. I still say, even though it's 4-0, Tiger fans may not like this, but there really is a lot of ball games still left to go. Anything can happen. This is the ground ball by shortstop. Good job picking it up, but they're not going to get her. Good job by the first baseman to extend to make that catch by Hawkins. Good job by the shortstop, keeping it in front of her. That's Kiernan Bond, and it's going to be an infield base hit. So 1 down here in the inning. Now Bridget Million coming up. By the way, Leah Million now 3 for 3 in the ball game. Bridget is 1 for 2. Struck out back in the second, singled and scored a run in the 4th. And there's a strike called right down the middle. Or make that a ball, rather. Didn't think that was a strike, but the scoreboard was wrong. Now they get it corrected. 1 ball and no strikes here to Bridget Million. Swing and a miss, and throw down to first base is not in time. Tag a little bit late. Time is called by the base runner, and it was granted. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hard to test Micah Burton on the arm. She's got a cannon on her, no doubt about it. 4-0 the score as Neelyville is in the later innings now. This one is over. Micah Burton goes out of her mitt. And a pass ball is going to allow to second base now for Leah Million with 1 down in the inning. I would say absolutely, Ron. Great job by both teams. Still a lot of ball game left to go. Only 4-run lead here. Down low for a ball. 3 balls and a strike now. Emily Davis walking off the circle a little bit, just trying to compose herself. 3 balls and a strike to Bridget Million. Addison Couch is on deck. You can hear the Neelyville dugout saying 3-1. This one fouled away at the screen at 3 balls and 2 strikes now. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here in this championship game. We're in the bottom half of inning number 5. We're on Facebook and YouTube and airing this game live on 93.3 FM, 9:30 a.m. KWOC. Swing and a miss, down on strikes, a big out by Emily Davis. There's 2 down in the inning. Mackenzie Hobbs is tuning in and glad to have her alongside. Man, she was a great basketball player for Neelyville. We got a chance to follow them back a few years ago all the way to the state championship game. Glad to see Mackenzie tuning in on Facebook. This one popped up out of play behind us. It'll be no balls and a strike to Addison Couch. She was hit by a pitch in the second, struck out in the fourth. Runner on second base and 2 down in the inning. Coming up for the Donettes in the top of the 6th. It is 8-9-1. Here is the 0-1 pitch on the way by Davis. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. They're going to throw to third base, and now they're going to throw to home. Oh, good job by Coach Chilton, or make that Coach Siebert rather, telling her runner to hold up. What an arm by McKenna Monahan out in left field. My goodness, she threw that right on target to Micah Burton. Coach Siebert said, come back. Here is the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 3 down. So no runners come across, 1 stranded. We go to the top part of inning number 5. Batters 8-9-1. Coming up, the Lady Tigers lead by 4. You're watching and listening to live coverage of the OFC Championship game on the River Radio Sports Network. Our broadcast here tonight proudly presented by our good friends at Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. Also being brought to you by Stan Bader Trust, Smoking Aces, The Shooter Shack, Scott Law Firm. Also being brought to you by Christian Automotive and Tire, First Choice Insurance, White Sanders Funeral Home. Also being brought to you by Cornell Trucking, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Simmons Grocery and Hardware. Also being brought to you by Roof Raiders and by Liberty, proud supporters of the OFC tournament here this season. I know we mentioned the sponsors a lot here tonight, but make sure on Facebook, if you don't mind, and share some love as well to all of our sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring this to you. And that means you would not be able to see this incredible action that we are witnessing here tonight as the Lady Tigers lead by 4 in the later innings. September Pressler still on the mound here for the Lady Tigers, and Paige Wilson is coming up, and she struck out her first time. Takes ball 1 a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. So Paige Wilson, Caden Bond, and then Sydney Speck all due up in the inning. It is 4-0 Lady Tigers right now. There's a bunt. Oh, what a good scoop by Leah Million offline. Oh, they're going to stay safe. So the first baseman a little bit offline with the bag. And Addison Couch, or make that not Addison Couch, my apologies. That's Bridget no, it is Addison Couch. She was the one that made the throw, or made the catch on first base. They say she come off just a little bit. And a leadoff base hit here in the top of inning number 6 by Paige Wilson. So now Caden Bond coming up. She struck out back in the third. Leadoff runner on first base now. Honestly, I think the umpires here tonight have done a fantastic job. These are some of the best umpires in the area, no doubt about it. There's a bunt here. This one's going to go foul. So Caden Bond trying to advance the runner to second base as Sydney Speck is due up for the Donettes. Speck here tonight is 1 for 2 on the night. A single back in the first and struck out looking in the third. No balls and a strike. We are in the top of inning number 6. Pressler now coming set. And here's the 0-1 pitch. This one up high. Lexus Haygood going to throw back to first base. It hits the ground right into the glove of Couch. And she'll stand up, call time, and runner safe at first base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big crowd here tonight at Three Rivers College. Also watching us on social media. It is a 4-0 lead by the Lady Tigers. She offered on that one 1 ball and 2 strikes here coming up to Caden Bond. Nobody out here in the inning. Donovan coming up with her leadoff hitter coming up in just a moment following this at bat. September Pressler now tries to regain the composure. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one up high for a ball. Count is even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stacy Taylor says, let's go, Paige Wilson. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Donettes trying to climb back in the game. Still a lot of time left for them to do so as well. Leadoff runner aboard. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Up high for a ball. Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2 full.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes now. We are in the top part of inning number 6. Pressler now trying to avoid the walk here. Here is the payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 1 down in the inning. And now we are back to the top of the lineup and Sydney Speck. Now the infield going to play in as we see Leah Million coming in from third base. McKenna Monahan awaits on deck. So third base is coming in. They are anticipating maybe a bunt here. And she pops it up, and Haygood almost made a spectacular catch. Instead, it'll be a foul ball. No balls and a strike. No balls and a strike here to the leadoff, Sydney Speck. Speck here this season batting .292 as a leadoff. This one up high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Over on first base, it is Paige Wilson. Got a base hit her first time. It was an infield hit. Sydney Speck trying to give Donovan more base runners here. McKenna Monahan awaits on deck. Here is the 1-1 pitch. This one is a line drive to the pitcher and out, a double play. It goes 1-3 on the double play. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6. Neelyville still leads by 4 runs. You're listening to the OFC tournament right here on the River Radio Sports Network. What a great job by the pitcher, September Pressler, as that one a line drive as she caught it and then had the reaction to throw to first base to get the runner caught off guard on the double play. So here in this game, we are in the bottom half of inning number 6. Emily Davis is back on the mound for the Donettes. It'll go at 9-1-2 here in the bottom part of inning number 6. And now for Donovan, coming up in the 7th inning, they are down to their final 3 outs. Still a 4-run lead here by the Lady Tigers. Make sure and hit that share button for us on Facebook. Our broadcast here tonight, it's all being brought to you by our good friends over at Liberty. Also being brought to you by Roof Raiders at Simmons Grocery and Hardware. And being brought to you by Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri and Cornell Trucking. This one is slap bunt, and it's going to go foul. So Crosswhite, the 9-hitter in the lineup, trying to get something going here. Oh, what a good job. Tried to get on with a slap bunt there, and Emily Davis not fooled. And she just stood her ground, making the catch. It goes L1, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And now Lainey Dobbins coming up now. We're back to the top of the lineup. Lainey Dobbins is 0 for 3 in the ball game. She has struck out and popped out twice. Oh, there's a fly ball. This one, the deep center field. Sydney Speck makes the catch. Woo! Sydney Speck on the warning track. She had to go back a couple of feet to make that catch. 2 quick outs here in the inning, and now September Pressler coming up. She has struck out, a base hit, walked and scored in the 4th. Grace Brooks says, let's go Donettes. Come on, fans. September Pressler taking ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. So 1 ball, no strikes here in the bottom half of inning number 6, and this one's up high. 2 balls and no strikes. Coming up in the top part of inning number 7, McKenna Monahan, Micah Burton, and Kylie Hawkins are all due up here in the 7th inning. This one ball inside. 2 balls and no strikes. I'm going through all the notes here that we have made throughout this ball game, and you talk about Donovan being down by 4 runs. Anything can happen coming up in the 7th inning. You look at Neelyville; they're just trying to hang on and not allow any runs to come in for Donovan. Rather, there's a strike called. 2 balls and a strike now. On deck here is Reese Dobbins. If Pressler's able to get on. This one's popped straight up. Micah Burton tries to make a play on it, but it goes just over the fence. Aaron Abrams says, come on, Donettes. Still a long way to go here tonight. Donovan trying to win the OFC tournament here tonight. So is Neelyville. Neelyville leads 4-0. This one fouled away again. We will come back and do the 2-2 pitch again. Two balls and 2 strikes here as Emily Davis comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. This one out to right field, coming in to make the catch. Good job by the right fielder by Donovan, Caden Bond, and that's how the inning is going to come to an end. All right, 7th inning now for the Donovan Donettes. They are down by 4 runs. It is McKenna Monahan, Micah Burton, and Kylie Hawkins when we come back. You're watching and listening to live coverage of the OFC Softball Tournament. We are in the championship game on the River Radio Sports Network. Seventh inning stretch time here, or I should say it's not really a stretch. It is the last at bat here for the Donovan Donettes, down by 4 runs as we get ready for the top of inning number 7. Our broadcast here tonight being brought to you by Russian's Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Stan Bader Trust, Smokin' Aces, and the Shooter Shack in Poplar Bluff. McKenna Monahan coming up now to the plate for the Donettes. 2, 3, and 4 all due up, and there's a strike called right down the middle. She has walked and struck out in the game, also thrown out over at third base. Here is the 0-1 pitch on the way. And she couldn't pull it back. Strike 2 called by the home plate umpire. No balls and 2 strikes now. Terry Sue Hinton says, time to rattle some bats for the Donettes. We're going to see, here we go, the top part of inning number 7. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way by Pressler. Just misses for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Coming up following this contest, whether we go to the bottom half of the 7th or not, we are going to bring you a live postgame. We'll talk to, I believe, the coach and a couple of players, no matter who wins this game. This one inside for a ball. Count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the Donettes here trying to get something going in the top part of inning number 7. And a strike 3 called on the inside, a part of the plate, 1 away. So Micah Burton now is 0 for 2 in the ball game. She popped out to third base in foul territory and struck out back in the 4th. Nobody on, 1 down here in the inning. Swing and a miss, and now September Pressler is ahead in the count. No balls and a strike. Neelyville trying to hang on. They're up by 4 runs. 4-0 is the score. Here is the 0-1 pitch on the way. In there for a call, to strike 2. One down here in the inning. Donettes down by 4 runs here in the top part of inning number 7. And this one popped away. This one in the back, going toward, I should say, out of territory rather. And we'll do it again. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Time called by the home plate umpire. A lot of folks watching us on YouTube and on Facebook. 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. And now Kylie Hawkins coming up to the plate now. The last at bat possibly for the Donettes. It's amazing how earlier today, Tim, the wind was just howling, and now there's pretty much no wind. Coming up following this contest, we will have live interviews, so don't go anywhere. Ball taken downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Make sure and share this video feed for us if you don't mind. We'd greatly appreciate it. 1 ball and no strikes. Make sure and let us know what you think about the broadcast here tonight. There's a ground ball. This one taken by the first baseman. Bridget Million steps on the bag, and ball game. The Lady Tigers have claimed the OFC Championship. Congratulations, and the Donettes are going to line up and they're going to shake hands, and we'll bring that to you live as well. Congratulations to both teams, Donovan and to Neelyville. The Lady Tigers, they win the ball game 4-0. And we're going to try to go out and do some live on-field interviews coming up in just a moment. So what we're going to do is on the radio side of things, we're going to get you back to live programming here on the radio, but that doesn't mean we're going to go anywhere here on Facebook. We're going to stay here with YouTube and Facebook as the Lady Tigers claim the OFC Championship. On the radio side, we're going to get you back out to Glenn Beck. That's already in progress. Stay with us, and here is the trophy presentation if you're watching us on Facebook. And now the first place trophy to the Lady Tigers out of Neelyville.
Goes to the Neelyville Lady Tigers.
All right, so stay with us on social media. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go out and do some on-field interviews coming up. They're going to give out some medals as well. And we're going to talk to the head coach possibly of Neelyville. And we're going to do that in just a moment. So stay with us, and we'll be right back. We're going to keep the audio going, and we'll be back with some interviews coming up from the players and the coaches as Neelyville, they pick up a 4-0 win over the Donettes out of Donovan.
I will.
All right, we are back here live on the post-game report, being joined now by the head coach, Coach Siebert. And, Coach, first off, congratulations. What a battle here tonight against you guys and the Donettes. Talk about early in the ball game, 0-0, both teams playing very well. Give us your thoughts here. What kind of broke things open for you guys in this ball game?
I think we just had that one inning where we capitalized on a couple mistakes they made. That's a great ball team. Their pitcher did an outstanding job today. And I think we were just able to take advantage of that and use it today.
Starting pitcher Dixie Cloud did a great job for you guys on the mound. Then you went to September Pressler, and it seemed like both pitchers on their A game. What made it so easy for both pitchers here tonight to not allow many base runners at all, and especially a goose egg when it comes to runs scored?
Well, actually, Dixie ended up having a little injury. That's why we had to make the change. So we weren't really expecting to have to do that, but September came in clutch there, and she did a great job, outstanding job.
Well, first off, is Dixie okay?
Yes, I think she's going to be all right. Maybe a pulled muscle, not sure, but.
Talk about the win for the seniors here on this team, because you guys have worked very hard, the seniors as well, to be OFC champions. What does it mean to you, the program, and to the seniors?
It's a big deal. OFC to all of these conference teams, it's a big deal. It's just as important, as the district tournament to a lot of them, and it's a great feeling.
Final at bat here, and then Bridget Million made that final out for you guys on first base. I seen your facial reaction when she stepped on the bag. What went through your mind on that final out?
I was just relieved. Relieved that we'd won it. So
I'm assuming coming up here in just a moment, team photo going on right now. So we're going to be able to talk to maybe a couple of seniors, possibly.
Yes. I'll be able to get them for you.
Absolutely. We're going to do that coming up in just a moment. We're going to stay right here on the field. And, of course, you're seeing the team pictures right now. We'll let Tim get a good look at the team right there, getting the team photos, so to speak. So, of course, the Neelyville Lady Tigers claiming the OFC Championship title here tonight, beating the Donovan Donettes 4-0. And coming up, we'll get a couple of players in just a moment. We're going to let Coach Siebert make that decision for us on who's going to come over and talk to us here live on the air. We'll walk back over to where the players are. We'll try to get a couple of players in just a moment. Not sure where the coach went. So... coming up in just a moment, we will have, there's Coach Siebert. No, you're fine. No, the team is obviously celebrating, so we're going to walk over. Yeah, so we're going to be joined here with Lexus Haygood. We'll move out of the camera spot here. There we go. So Lexus Haygood is with us, the catcher for the Neelyville Lady Tigers. Talk about, first off, what does this OFC win mean for you guys and the team in general? And just capitalize on the moment here for a second. How easy was it, guys, for you to come in here and get this win here tonight?
Well, it definitely wasn't easy for start off. This was definitely huge for us. I mean, coming off of districts, coming out of that slump, I'm really glad that we got to come out here and show what we're truly capable of, which is what we just showed out here today. And, these girls are great, and every single person put everything they had into this. We kept the energy up, and we gave it our all.
Going 4 runs up against Donovan, then going into that final inning, it seemed like you guys did not miss a step whatsoever. That last inning, talk about the fan reaction you guys had on your side. A lot of fans showing up on both sides. It seemed like from where I was sitting that the fans kind of got behind you guys early. You guys played better because of it.
Absolutely. So, we have a great support system where we're from. So many family and friends came out and just teams to come support us, and we're all really truly grateful for that. And they were great. They help us stay up, whether they realize it or not. They are a huge part in how we come out and play, and they were a huge part in keeping us up in the dugout, just staying up.
You guys were aggressive on the base pass, but one true number, 0 when it comes to errors. How hard is it to not make an error, especially in these OFC title games?
Well, just you saying it, not making an error in a game, that's really rare, especially in this game where, you're made to make at least one mistake. And with us, I think our heads really stayed in it. And like I said earlier, we just did everything that we could and put ourselves completely out there to do everything that we could.
Well, do me a favor, because we're live on social media, tons of fans supporting you guys. If you'll look in that camera right there with that gentleman saying, what does that represent to you again? Talk to your fans, and how cool is it for the fans to step in all night long, watch you guys play, and win this OFC title game?
Thank you guys so much for coming and supporting us. We so appreciate it. I am so grateful for all of y'all for coming and supporting us. As a senior, just growing up here, it's been an amazing experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Thank you so much. And Madison Paris, get over here, because you had a huge clutch hit being 2-0. Your hit got 2 runs in. Talk about the moment when you walked up. Did you know at that point you were going to do what you did? Was you nervous? Talk about that for a little bit.
Oh, I honestly said I'm about to pee my pants in the dugout. So, yeah, I was very scared, and I just knew that my team needed me and we needed a win. So, yeah. I
really want to get your reaction. Talk about the fan reaction on your side, especially because your fans were in it from top to bottom. It seemed like that they got behind you early, and it really made you guys gel even better in this softball game.
Yeah, it always really helps that we have more energy behind us, because it brings our energy up too. So, yeah.
Alexis was talking about districts earlier on. So for the seniors, what does this win not only mean to you personally, but this program?
I mean, it's amazing. It's going to make us better throughout the rest of the season. This is usually the last thing we do, so it's like in the middle, it's different, but it's going to make us better for the rest of the season.
You know, same thing I asked Lexus. Do me a favor. We had a lot of people behind you all the way from the first pitch to the final out. Look in that camera and just talk about the fan support behind you guys and what this win means to you personally here tonight.
I want to say thank you so much, and we love you all. Oh, gosh.
Glad you were able to. No, congratulations. Go enjoy the win. You betcha. Madison Parrish here. Lexus Haygood. You can see the celebrations continuing here on the field. So congratulations to the Lady Tigers out of Neelyville getting a big OFC win here tonight. The championship game wound up winning it 4-0. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk back over to the actual broadcast booth, and then we'll wrap it up here tonight as the Lady Tigers get it done 4-0 over the Donettes out of Donovan. I'll come back over to the broadcast booth, and we'll wrap it up here and get out of here for the night.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. How about you? All right, so we are back here, and let me switch mics. There we go. So, want to say thank you again to Coach Siebert, also to the players, to Madison Parrish, also joining us, Lexus Haygood, a couple of seniors on this team, and what a win here tonight. What a ball game all the way around, and hats off again to Donovan. They brought it all the way around. And, of course, we appreciate the Donovan coaching staff, the Donovan players. The last couple of days we got a chance to really watch them. And Donovan, they brought it all the way around here tonight. So, once again, congratulations to both teams, and hats off to Neelyville. Did a phenomenal job here tonight. Coach Cynthia Siebert, she's real bashful when it comes to interviews, and she did a phenomenal job. And once again, just congratulations to everybody here tonight. And please share this video feed, and of course, drop your comments in and wish these girls congratulations. They really deserve it. And I'm telling you, we're just so happy that we were able to bring softball to the forefront here on video and on the radio. It was a lot of fun all the way around. It was some long, tiresome days, but it was worth every bit of it, because this tournament is all about the kids, all about the coaches, has nothing to do with us whatsoever. That's why we try to do the interviews as much as we can, because this tournament is truly about the players in this OFC conference, and we're so happy that we're able to do this, and we're hoping to do this again coming up in the fall for the OFC baseball tournament, and then next year for the OFC basketball tournament, and then beyond. That is our goal, is to keep doing this as much as possible, as long as the fans want us, and as long as the schools will have us. We want to do this for you guys, because you guys truly deserve it. All right, so let's thank our sponsors one more time and get out of here for the night. I've got to go to Kansas City in the morning for Mules baseball doubleheader, and then I'll drive back tomorrow night, so that's okay. One more time, our sponsors here, they include Day One Chiropractic, also being brought to you by Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, JG Concrete Construction, J.W. Walker and Sons Recycling, also being brought to you by J. Blue Trucking, Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Stan Bader Trust, and being brought to you by Smokin' Aces, The Shooter Shack, Scott Law Firm, and being brought to you by Christian Automotive and Tire, First Choice Insurance, White Sanders Funeral Home, and being brought to you by Cornell Trucking, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Simmons Grocery and Hardware, and being brought to you by Roof Raiders and Liberty, all proud supporters of the OFC Softball Tournament. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and a big hats off again to the Donovan Donettes for making it this far. It was incredible to have them as well. And of course, we can't say thank you enough to the players and to the coaches for allowing us to be here. For our general manager, John Rice, who supports high school athletics, also our sales manager, Chereska Stockton, the man that runs everything behind the scenes, and that's Charlie Lampy, our chief engineer. Tim Hicks, who honestly, I could not do this without him, the best camera guy in the business. Make sure and give him some love on Facebook as well. He goes through so much to get these games and gets the best camera angles as possible. He's doing the work of 5 guys. He does it all by himself. Tim Hicks on the camera. I'm Frankie Castile. We're saying so long here tonight from J.D. Raines Field here in Three Rivers College here in Poplar Bluff. I'm saying so long. Have a great night. And, of course, we'll see you back here coming up very, very soon for more high school athletics. You've been watching exclusive coverage of the OFC Softball Championship game live.